I grew up in a township. With the odds I had, I'm not supposed to be here right now. Like, the odds were stacked against me. I started working as a cashier in 2019. I lost the love for running. I stopped modeling also. Very dark time in my life. But now this time I'm making YouTube videos in the township, raising awareness of what is happening. Now we're making running videos. Now I told everybody I'm gonna model for Adidas one day. You have to believe that you can do it. I just believe I can do these things. Like, you can't tell me anything. You can't tell me I can't. Like, I just don't believe anyone can tell me I can't do anything. I just got to a point where anything I posted was getting me followers. And I feel like that's because if you have a viral video that actually gets you followers, I have videos that got me like 3,000 followers on a video. That's the biggest secret. Who is Nkosi? Okay, let me first describe Nkosi a little bit. So Nkosi is just a random guy, just like anybody who's watching this right now. I'm just a normal guy. It's just that I believe that I can achieve anything I put my mind to. So a little backstory on me. So I grew up in a township. Something I always vocalize. I always make sure people know that about me because people look at me and they can't imagine that, I'm doing all these things and they're like, oh yeah, I know, he's so far out there. I was like, no, I'm right next to you. But I just, I'm thinking big, to do this big thing. So I used to run a lot in my township when I was like 7 or 8 years old. Used to be one of the fastest boys, if not the fastest boy. They know the truth.
In case you're listening.
Do you have like a rival that you used to race when you were like 7 or 8? Do you want to shout him out and say like, I was the fastest 7-year-old? Or
I mean, maybe they thought I was their rival. I don't think any of them are my rivals.
You're in a league of your own, bro.
Yeah, I mean, there were some fast guys who I never ran against. So, but I'm sure if I did run against them, I might have beat them. Not that I would have. I just believe that, and I feel like that belief is what helps me beat them. So I used to run a lot, and then I fell in love with running. And me and my friends, we were very athletic.
Yeah.
But now I had big dreams. I always imagine myself doing way bigger things than what I was doing. I saw myself in the Olympics. I saw myself in a FIFA World Cup.
Wait,
final.
which discipline in the Olympics? What you thought? Running?
Running, yeah, like Usain Bolt. Like when you see, who doesn't want to be like Usain Bolt? Like I used to sit down and feel like I could do that. And then I kind of lost, Actually, I'm wearing Usain Bolt's brand, like, Puma, Usain Bolt.
Maybe still happening.
And then I lost the love for running. I started modeling when I was 16. And then I thought that was this is the thing. Because I had a feeling inside my heart that says that, Nkosi, you can do this. I saw people in adverts and I felt like, I can do that. I once saw this black guy in the pool, big muscles. I was like, oh, he looks so cool. I want to be that cool one day. So it's things like that kind of inspired me. Also watching people like John Cena, he enjoys retirement. And then fast forward in high school, now I'm going through my own things and I'm not running like I used to.
Yeah.
I joined a CPUT athletic running club. And then I started getting these injuries where I would like have pains on my hips every time I ran. So I stopped running and then I stopped modeling also. Very dark time in my life. Started working as a cashier in 2019 in Sea Point.
That's not even that long ago. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, like that revived me because I was like this boy from Township. Now I'm in Sea Point here. All these international people are looking at me and saying, yo, you're so cool. You should be a model. And I'm like, yeah, I used to be a model. Obviously I don't want to open up to them about what I was going through. And of course you don't have time and you can't just tell everything. Like
you can't understand actually. Like,
you don't understand.
In 10 seconds in a conversation.
100%. So like I was just, so they keep asking me, are you a model? Are you a model? Are you a model? Are you a model? And I'm like, I used to run away from modeling, because it felt like a forbidden passion. It was like so difficult for me to just even break through because of the stuff that I was going through. And then the fact that everybody kept on asking me, and then 6 months into the job, I quit. I didn't want to quit, but like, again, I said circumstances, like, we all go through things. I didn't want to leave the job, even though I know if my former boss watching this, I said I'm going to do other stuff. No, bro, I actually quit because I was going to stuff. That's why I quit my job in Sea Point, because I really loved the job. I was like a 19-year-old and, getting attention that I never got from people who I thought I couldn't access, models, actors, people, black cards. For me, that was fancy back in the day. people driving these nice cars, somebody just living in Sea Point. Like,
Yeah.
I see you as wow, you know? So it was tough for me to walk away from that. Also having my own salary, my first time ever, like, because I used to work for my parents, the family businesses when I was like, since I was like a small boy, but you know, you don't really get paid. You're just helping out your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm getting my own paycheck. I'm in Sea Point. Sea Point people love me. I had a thing where customers would walk in and I would wave at them like, hi. And then they'll skip all the cashiers and come straight to me. And then they knew me by my name. We would have amazing conversations. I felt like someone, you know, like I felt like, because every time I'd go home, I'd go back to my reality, like,
Yeah.
gunshots, potholes, bad news everywhere. I felt like someone. So when I walked away, it was quite painful. So what I did is that I noticed that, okay, cool. Everybody asked me if I'm a model, yeah. I would love to model. You know, even though I'm going through my own things, it's still something that it keeps on calling my name. Like, I blocked my first agency. I deleted my number, I blocked my emails, so you can't reach me anymore. Sorry, guys.
In case you're listening.
In case you're listening.
You know,
Finally,
so
they know what happened.
now they know what happened, you know. But like, it was tough, you know. I was a little kid, but I'm so happy the way I dealt with it. And then I realized that there's opportunity for me in Sea Point. Let me stick around Sea Point. I might get the opportunity. One day I'm at the pools. A guy approached me. He's like, "Are you a model?" I'm like, "I used to be." And then he's like, "Can I take a picture of you?" Then he took a picture of me. I didn't hear from him for like 6, 7 more months. But now this time I'm making YouTube videos in the township, raising awareness of what was happening about, like, we had a lot of gender-based violence because of COVID. We had a lot of crime. A lot of my friends started doing the wrong things and people were just losing hope. So they needed a role model and they needed something to do that was positive. So I decided, let's make a YouTube channel, entertain them, show them there's other ways of being cool. You don't have to be the one who's beating everybody up. You don't have to be the one who's stealing things to be cool. You know, you can be cool acting, you know?
Yeah.
Then I started that and my friends were all soccer players. So we started running a lot. Now we're making running videos. Our first video was a running video, motivational video. Second video, a running video. The third video, we started getting into the depression stuff because I saw people were depressed and just like also a way of calling for help from like the governments and organizations.
Is this around like 2020 COVID? Like,
2020, all of this.
all this 2020.
2020.
Yo.
Like,
that was a dark year for everyone. Eh? That was difficult. I'm like impressed and I think like I said earlier, it speaks to your character that you're like, people are depressed, I'm gonna make a change. And that's something I really appreciate about you, is that like you like see other people and what they're going through and you try and help. And like I love that about you. It's like it's epic.
Thanks, man.
No, dude, like flip. Like we need more people that are more, they take action and don't just talk about it. Like you're in a situation in the township, don't have a lot of resources, but you still make a way to give back and help. And like, you know, it's an inspiration, dude. And like
Thanks, man.
all the success you have, I think you deserve it, dude. Because
Thank you.
yeah, man, flip. Lock in.
No, thanks. That's the least I can do, you know. You don't want someone to go through those kind of things.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, so that's a little bit of the story, just the whole running. Then the whole running thing started when I told everybody I'm gonna model for Adidas one day.
Yeah.
They looked at me like I was crazy.
Yeah, I can imagine,
Oh.
Flip, eh?
I said I'll be richer than Elon Musk. I said I'll model for Adidas.
But you need to have these big goals. You need to speak it out there. Put like, I feel like for everyone, just sorry for cutting in there.
No.
But like, if you set out goals, they need to be scary. They need to feel like they're not achievable, because then you will push yourself to heights you can't even imagine. Like, it sounds very motivational and woo-woo, but yeah, just put goals out there that scare you.
Yeah.
Honestly.
One of the biggest tips I heard from like this business book I was reading, and it's always stuck with me because there's a lot of tips that come in one year and they go out the other year. But the biggest thing I remember is small businesses take a lot of effort, mental toll. Like it's a lot of work to run a small business. Big business, also a lot of work, right? One makes you good money, one doesn't. So if you aim big, you've only got like 25 hours a day. You can only work so hard. But if you aim big, at least you're working to something that's big. But if you aim small because you don't think you can achieve more, you're going to work as much and not have as much payoff because you didn't believe in yourself for something big,
100%.
And I think like I'm going to model for Adidas. If you said I'm going to model for Mr. Price, at the end of the day, you can only go to like a studio and get taken photos of. Like it's the same work, it's just for different people, But because you set big goals, you get big payoff, I guess.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
paying off. It's paying off. Like, because I used to be a skinny boy.
Mm.
Like, but I'd walk around outside with my top off, like I'm John Cena. I was going like, yeah. They'll laugh at me like, oh, look at the bones. I'm like, no, these are abs, like, the bones, the abs. I would get into debates. And then now the same people are messaging me right now, asking me, how do I get the abs like yours? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I won't say anything, but, but it is, like you said, setting big goals. Like, because I did it. I said Adidas, I did it. Like, just like that. Like, what, 4 times?
Mm.
When was your first gig with Adidas? Like, take us from when you said I'm going to model for Adidas to actually modeling for Adidas. How long was that? Give us the roadmap.
It's either, just to get my facts in order, I'll just give it a timeline.
Okay, yeah.
Get the facts straight.
2018, between 2018 and 2020, that's when I said it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the first time I got it done was last year.
Hectic.
Jeez. So 2018 to 2024, 6 years.
And that's still not a lot of time seeing like you were young in the industry, in the modeling industry as well. That people work sometimes years to get into these positions. And I feel like, tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it's very clear to see for me, like a lot of the things might come like you have a unshattering confidence. Like I feel like there's people that have a confidence where they're cocky. I feel like you have this very healthy balance where you're super confident, but at the same time, you're still respectful. Make sure that you don't put any, you uplift yourself without putting someone else down. Let's say it this way. Would you say confidence is one of the main factors you got so far, or what would you attribute it to?
Yeah, I would have to say confidence, because without confidence, there's cocky and there's, like you said, there's cocky and there's just like self-belief. Like, I just believe I can do these things. Like, you can't tell me anything. You can't tell me I can't. Like, I just don't believe anyone can tell me I can't do anything. And that's with all due respect, I've had people tell me, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. And I did all those things because there's a feeling inside of me. I have this feeling, I can't explain it, that just believes. Because I know that any one of us here, if we decide to do anything right now, there's a million possibilities out there, The thing that makes us scared is because of what we know.
Yeah.
But what about what we don't know? Like, I want to find out what I don't know. Like, I'm scared because, I don't know, like, I've been in situations that looked impossible, but I was never scared because I'm like, it looks impossible because of what I know.
Right.
There's so much I don't know, So, like,
That's crazy.
It's just that. It's just that there's an outcome out there that none of us have ever seen. We've seen people with the most incredible stories, people who pulled off the most amazing things that you can't even explain. So why not me?
Yeah.
That's just, that's how I see it.
That, man.
But
That's
where do you-
inspiring.
Yeah, but where do you think that comes from? Like, because honestly, if I would look from the outside to where you come from, I would feel like nothing is possible. You know what I mean? Where does this come from?
And so many people, especially in South Africa, we were talking about it earlier, have like a limited mindset of like South African bubble. Like, you can't actually do anything here. Like on social media or in business or whatever, it's like, oh, like if I was in America, then like things would be popping or like whatever. But what's the point of difference between you and someone who's like, oh, I can't do anything here? Like, is it just knowledge or?
It's believing that, like, I don't believe, like, I keep my mindset intercontinental. So my mindset don't see borders. My body, I need a passport, I need a visa, but my mind doesn't need a visa. So that's how I view things. I'm like, when I was a bit like maybe 16, yes, when I go to America, things are going to be like this.
Yeah.
When I go to Europe, things are going to be like this. But then I realized that if you are valuable, if you are, it's like a diamond. It doesn't matter if someone is in China or Australia. If a rare diamond is found, even in anywhere in the world,
Yeah.
they're going to come get that diamond, So I believe that if I can become that diamond, because I was going through it came from a thing of going through things that made me feel like I wasn't enough, that made me feel like I have to be extraordinary just to be normal, you know? So I did all the work just to be on the same level as someone who's like, oh yeah, this is nothing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I live in Cape Town, it's nothing. I
Yeah.
did so much work just to be living here, like just to be here right now. So I look at that, I'm like, I can build my value. I tell people you can be anything you want to be. I'll build my value so much that they can't deny me anymore. Like they can ignore me for a certain time. And even if they don't give me the opportunity, I'll give myself the opportunity because I believe in the value that I have. Like I know that I'm worth something. If you don't see it, that's fine. I'll start my own podcast.
100%, dude. What do you think do you think there's a danger to attaching your self-worth to monetary outcomes and like brand value? How do you separate like, okay, this is my market value as a entrepreneur, as a content creator, as a model, and then this is just like my value? Like how do you separate those? Or
I'll
do
answer
you
your
separate
first
those?
question. There is a big danger of being too attached to the outcome. That's dangerous because that's where you get disappointment. Because I've been like, there's so many dreams I've had that never happened.
Yeah.
But that doesn't crush me. I just laugh and I'm off to the next. And I know that sometimes things take time. Like I want it right now and I feel like I'm ready right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, maybe when I'm 30, I'll be too old. One day I'll be 30. And then maybe it'll make sense. And then maybe that's when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, so the way I separate it is that it's a feeling that I'm chasing more than an object. It's like, yes, I want to get Adidas, maybe, for example. I want to get Adidas, you know, I want to be sponsored by Adidas. But if that doesn't happen, I'm not hurt because I've built the value. So I'm still worth that amount, even if they don't see it. And then something else will come out, like, because something else will happen. So it doesn't really matter if, as I say, you can have a certain dream, but you should be willing to adjust.
Yeah.
Because things change day by day. COVID proved that today and tomorrow there could be a new law that changes everything for everybody. You know, so I'm very flexible. Like Bruce Lee said, be like water. You know, if you put me in a cup, I'll be a cup. Put me in a bottle, I'll be a bottle. Doesn't really matter because I know exactly who I am and I want these things. Maybe I want a Ferrari, you know, maybe I want a mansion. But if I don't get a mansion and I get a nice small house, but with a beautiful family, like right now I have a beautiful community of people.
Yeah.
And it's worth so much, you know, and I don't expect too much, but what I do expect is for myself to always show up. And
Yeah.
the fact that I always show up as myself, it keeps me, I'm satisfied with any outcome, even if I don't get what exactly I want. So I'm like, yeah.
So you're satisfied with the now, it's still pushing for the future. That's kind of like, I love that. That's cool.
I'm grateful to be where I
Yeah.
am now. Like,
Yeah.
people don't understand. I always say this, like, I'm not like, with the odds I had,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not supposed to be here right now.
Right.
Like, the odds were stacked against me. And the fact that I'm here is that, you know, I'm living a good life. I will admit it. Like, you know, I don't have to be rich. I don't have to have my finances in order. I don't have to know my next 5-year plan.
Yeah.
I'm living a good life. I'm happy. My family's good. Everybody around me is happy.
You're healthy.
I'm healthy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm loved. I can give love. I'm not going to sleep with a heavy heart. You know, I don't have any bad intentions in my head. So I'm very happy. And whatever happens next, I know that it's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
So even when bad things happen to me, I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe this is how life is. You know, we think life is supposed to be A, B, C. There's no instruction manual to life.
Yeah.
You know, so if something happens for you like this, and then something happens for me in this way, I'm not going to be worried that, oh my God, oh yeah, Daniel, you got booked for, let's say, Boston Marathon.
Right.
I didn't get booked for Boston Marathon. That will not break my heart. I actually feel good because I'm happy. Like,
Yeah.
me being happy for you makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, when my friends do things that I dream of,
Yeah.
it makes me, I'm like, you get to experience it, you know, and just being around you, I
Yeah.
can like feel it, you know, and it's just, it's just an energy thing, man.
Yeah. I think that comes from a place of security where you can be happy with other people's successes. It's like your success doesn't take away my success, and there's enough success and opportunities to go around. If you get Boston Marathon, for instance, I can get New York Marathon, or I can get something else. Like, I think people who are upset at other people's successes inherently feel like there's a lack, or that it speaks to who they are as a person. And when your identity, like I was asking earlier, is like when it's not tied to what you're doing and it's just tied to who you are, just being happy with who you are, I think that allows you to be happy with other people's successes and happy with where you are in life as well.
Because
Yeah.
it wasn't for me in the first place.
Exactly.
It's like, if it was for me, it would have came to me.
Yeah.
You know? And the fact that you got it, that means you did something right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can learn from that. Like,
Yeah.
like I don't understand why I should be, especially for example, if we're in different industries. I find people who are in different industries doing different things,
Yeah.
feeling salty. Like, how can I be salty that you got something that I didn't even qualify for? If you
Right.
didn't get it, somebody else would have got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why am I even?
Yeah.
Like, I am so happy. Like it makes me so happy because I know, like, the fact that you got it, that means there's opportunities in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we all can eat, you know, and
Thing is,
these
com-
are all man-made.
I think it comes from insecurities. Honestly, like you
Yeah.
said, touched on it, and I feel like one thing that people can take away from this, especially when people are listening and trying to figure out how to build their personal brands or like make a name for themselves, which we definitely will go into later, is yes, you can obsess about like strategies and numbers and whatever, but I feel like the foundation is your mindset. What do you think about yourself? The confidence. How do you treat other people? Are you doing it for the right reasons? Because clearly, like I could ask you now, or we could ask you now, like so many, like, how do you do this? Like what content and da da da. But I feel like the main reason, tell me if I'm wrong, why you're here now and why you seemingly make a lot of things work, is because you have this belief in yourself, and that's the foundation of everything. I feel like if you wouldn't have that, it doesn't matter how good your strategies were. I think you would not be here where you are now. At least that's what I'm thinking. Tell me if I'm wrong.
You're right. It's belief. You're right. Like, that's the foundation, because you can, like they always say, you can have the best cruise ship in the world, but if you don't sail the right direction, you get lost in the ocean, you know? Like, literally.
Yeah.
As belief, as you have to believe that you can do it. Because if you start anything and you don't believe in what you're doing, you're not gonna like it. When times get tough, like there is some tough times, especially with, like, for example, if I go to modeling, there's times when it's quiet. And then you're like, And you know, modeling is a very tricky industry because,
Oh, yeah.
like, I'm blessed enough to be working enough that I get paid every month.
Yeah.
It's a blessing. But there's a lot of people who don't know when the next paycheck is coming. It could be in 3 months, you know. There's a lot of people who don't get a lot of jobs, you know. But like for me, I just always believe I'm gonna get booked.
Yeah.
Like I know, like, you know, I am always gonna get booked. So yeah, it goes back to the confidence and just believing in what you start. Otherwise, don't do it.
Yeah.
And can you tell us a little bit more about the content side of things? Because, like I said earlier, I don't know if I'm just going to reiterate, Athco, we're here, our whole like vision is to help athletes go pro through the power of social media. Essentially, like, we want people's passions become their full-time thing. Through the power of social media, you can literally monetize your passion. Like you said, if you're a runner, you could monetize that and make a living, not necessarily to like become the richest, most famous person in the world, but just like, maybe you want to teach people about running, or you want to teach people about cycling or high rocks or triathlons or whatever. And there's other niches, that aren't even athlete related that you could turn into your passion. How have you used the power of social media to like reach people and turn your passion of running into something that actually pays you every month?
So okay, I take it back to modeling. I had a bad season. You know, like I said, I always believe that I'm gonna get booked.
Yeah.
But I've had a bad season. Luckily, shout out to the tax man, took care of me. But and everybody hates the tax man. I love the tax man. So I had a bad season, and that's when I realized that I don't want to depend on anybody to get bookings, which is something I advise to anyone who's listening to this, even if you're not the model, a creative, could be a runner, could be an athlete. Don't wait for your management to do things for you. You should know that you also have power. That's when I started using my social media more. When I booked my first Adidas was from my agency through Adidas X Intersport.
Okay.
That's the first one I did. And then I realized that I can run.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can run. And I know I have a skill of I can hold my phone and run really fast. And I'm like, okay, let me make some running content. Maybe I can book another Adidas. And then as I got an option for Hoka.
Oh, nice.
They had like 1,000 people casting for that. I made it to the top 11. The rate was, it was almost like almost a half a mil.
Yo.
In South Africa.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, if I remember right.
Yo.
And I saw that and I'm like, I didn't get it, but I was like, look at the opportunities that are here.
Sheesh.
Okay, cool. Let me focus on running. What can you do to get better when they come next time?
Right.
Let me get better at running and let me also make them aware of me before they even get here. That's when I took out my phone. I'm like, social media.
Right.
Let me make some content, make some running test shoots. And then I started filming a lot of running content.
Yeah.
Nothing materialized for a while, but I kept doing a series. I'm running. And I'm like, I know how to talk. I'm not a model, so I can just package all this into one thing. And content, you never know who's watching. Like, I have a video where I did us running, literally commented.
This was like, I saw your story. That was like, I think 2 days ago.
Yesterday.
You literally said the same thing on your story. You never know who's watching. And then like screenshot of Adidas comment.
Oh, I was looking at the flippin' style bender.
He's right aside.
I didn't even see Adidas running. I was like, Israel Adesanya commented on it. Oh, like this man.
Oh, that's even more hectic. Yeah, bro.
Did you not see that?
No, I saw the Adidas one.
I didn't see the Adidas. I just saw Israel. I was like, you can see how we're like.
Yeah.
I said I used to do some martial arts back in the day, so I was like, that's great.
Yeah, I know. You never know who's
You never
watching.
know.
So I made content and I started making content. And then I started getting people reaching out to me. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Started making more content. And I also wanted to become a brand and not be a model. I wanted to like steer away from the thing of when someone goes to the mall and they see a picture of me, they should know that, Nkosi. I shouldn't be model. Keep shopping. No, I want you to know who that is. Like if you see a picture of Ronaldo right now, he could be doing anything. You know that's Ronaldo.
Because like he'll also do like a watch like ad.
Yeah.
We'll see him like in the mall with like a watch, and you know who that is. And I'm like, oh, that's the football player, Ronaldo, right? And he's wearing a watch. Cool. But he is like a model.
Yeah.
In that moment, he is a model, and so I suppose it's like be a brand or a person, a notable person who models. Don't be a model who does stuff.
Be multifaceted. I mean, I think we said it earlier. Like being just a model, you're one-dimensional.
Yeah.
People book you for your looks or like, with, like the way you couldn't have your skill, but building your personal brand, you showing people everything of you, like, or not everything. Of course, you can decide what you want to keep secret and what you want to share to the public, but you letting people in and telling you, hey, I'm Nkosi, I'm running, I'm coming from a township, I have this mindset, this belief, I'm like doing that and that and that. And then in the end, even not if it doesn't directly reflect to getting booked for, let's say, Adidas, it still reflects on you also maybe getting booked as a model, because now the agency or like the client doesn't relate just to your looks or like your past work, but they relate to you as a person. And they're like, we want Nkosi over the other person, not just we don't think the other person can't do it, but because we relate to him more as a person. And I think that's powerful for people to understand as well.
Yeah.
And you reach them easier. Because I always say, when I go to a casting, it's, hi guys, my name is Nkosi, I'm with Yara Yara. These are my profiles. They give me a little small script. Pretend like you're tired. And then done, bye-bye.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, that's not enough opportunity for them to actually see who I am.
Yeah.
I feel like if they had a conversation with me, I'd have a higher chance of booking this. That's why I use the content. So now they can, I know the casting director, the photographer, I know they're scrolling on TikTok. We are all human beings. I know they're scrolling on TikTok.
Yeah.
Let me find a way to be in their faces. I want to make sure that they can't escape me.
Yo.
And there was like I don't know if it's still happening, a phase where everybody would say they can't escape me on their phones. Then I make sure I was all over the malls. I make sure I'm on every store on the malls. I make sure I'm on all the websites, on the e-com. I make sure my videos are viral in different niches. So you can't escape me. Because I feel like I bring value, but I feel like you have to see the value before I enter the casting room. And then the content started blowing up. And now I'm getting 1 million views on my Instagram.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
whoa. I'm like,
dude.
whoa. a million monthly views.
How many followers you have?
Right now I have 14,700.
14,000. So you don't have to have a million followers to get a million views.
Yes.
Like I think the algorithms changed in the last couple of years where like views and engagement are way bigger than followers these
It
days.
It is. I know people with 1 million followers, 2 comments.
Really?
Yeah,
What-
that's
what is
crazy.
that?
It's engagement. Like the thing you talked about earlier too. Then the views don't matter necessarily alone, because you're not only getting views, you have the engagement, you have the community.
Real engagement.
And how do you feel like, do you actually manage to build that? Did you
Yeah.
just generally, because it's you as a person, you generally just want the best for people watching? Or how do you think you actually fostered such a strong community?
It's really hard. Growing on Instagram is one of the hardest things. I was on 4,000 followers like 3 months ago.
Wow.
Flip.
Like 3 months and a bit.
Did you
ago.
have like a video blow up that
I had videos, not a
Videos.
video.
Videos.
All my videos were blowing up. I was getting like at least a 50K views on a video every
Wow.
week, like 100K.
wow.
Like I had videos of my story, like where I came from, to my
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Blew up. 2 of them blew up. I have a random video of me talking about getting robbed by a Bolt driver. Blow up. I have a random like, I just got to a point where anything I posted was getting me followers. And I feel like that's because I stayed in people's faces. I used to go live on TikTok like 5 years ago. I'll go live for 4 hours a day. Only 4 people watching, but I still was talking like there was 1 million people. Because like I'm preparing myself for these huge audiences. It's not like something people ask me, oh, you put a mic on me now and I can speak and say anything. That's because I did this for 2 people watching me.
And for
I did
years.
for years, Now that I have an audience of like on Facebook, 3 million views in a month, my account went from 10 followers to like 4,000 followers in a month, and that's on Facebook. My TikTok was on 2 million views a month, and then I'm like, how did that happen?
Wow. Yeah.
It's all the consistency that starts, like even the YouTube channel I did in the Township. All those little skills I've been learning. I thought I wasn't getting views, I'm not getting engagement, but I was learning something from all that for all these years.
Yeah. You said earlier you were like, I was making sure my posts went viral or blew up. Now when you're making, say, an Instagram reel or a TikTok video, what are you doing to make sure it goes viral? Like what are like key things you've learned over the years that you could maybe give back to the people out there, like good take homes?
So I have different videos that I make. I have videos that are just for purely engagement,
Yeah.
and I have videos that's just purely for clients. So like, if I make a client video to attract a client, I don't care about the views.
Yeah.
Because I have a video with 1 comment. That's where Adidas Running commented. They're the only comment on the video.
Wow.
I didn't even tag them.
Yeah.
And they saw the video. They're the only comment in the video. So like those are more, that's more when I aim for a certain brand.
It's more strategic then, isn't it?
Strategic.
Yeah.
And then I have my viral content. My viral content is the content where I just be myself. That's the biggest secret. People, especially with AI, people want to see things that feel human, that feels authentic. Because whenever I meet someone, they're like, oh, hi, Nkosi, I watch your videos. I always ask them, which video do you like the most? Just you being you, man. It feels so natural, like I feel so authentic, And I always tell people, don't try. If you want a viral video that actually gets you followers, I have videos that got me like 3,000 followers on a video. One video, a reel, And I ask myself, how do I do that? No, it's simple. Just be yourself. Don't try to do like the next guy. Don't try to be like Ronaldo, because they've seen Ronaldo already.
Yeah.
And when they see you,
Yeah.
you look like a washed up version. Like, oh, it's a watered down version,
You're not Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, bro.
Don't try and pretend.
Don't try.
Yeah.
You are yourself. Yeah.
Be yourself.
That's the secret, I would say, personally. Just be yourself. Like, don't try to go viral. You will go viral.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
So are your videos more story, being yourself, what you're doing, versus like jumping on a trend, like doing like a TikTok dance sound thing? You're not messing around with any of these, like, because I feel like everybody's doing that kind of, and then you just become you just become one of the videos that's on a trend. You know, people don't remember you.
Yeah. So like it's like you can make a video with 1 million views, but it's like
They don't remember you.
Views is not everything.
It's like you hiding behind this wall. You know, people are all seeing this pink wall, and you're just there. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to become the trend.
Yeah.
Like, it's what I tell people, you have
Right.
to become the trend. Like I said, my account sometimes where I can just post the most random stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
And it just blows up. The things I don't expect. I started making housing content.
Yeah.
But it was so random.
Yeah,
I
that's
went
cool.
like I started off, I went to this viewing in Woodstock for this 5,000 rand place. And then he told me about a place that cost 4,500 rand. Now I'm just walking and I'm like, oh, 4,500 place in Cape Town is insane, guys. I didn't plan that.
Yeah.
I saw this place that cost 4.5, and I was like, yo, what a deal! Like, you know, I wouldn't stay there personally because it doesn't look good. But if you're somebody like, I like giving advice to people who live in the townships to know that they can make it here too. Like,
Yeah.
there's space here, guys. It's not 10,000 like you think. There's a 4,500 place. So I made that video.
Yeah.
And then blew up. I'm like, that's random.
Yeah.
And then I made a video about us getting robbed by a Bolt driver.
By a boat driver.
Bolt.
Bolt. Oh,
sheesh.
yeah.
Yeah, he literally drove away with our food. So they everything
People
really, yeah.
think Bolt is they took your food from.
Yeah, he
got
asked us
delivered.
to push his car. He said his car, he forgot his lights on. Can he please push his car? But you know, I'm raised in Cape Town. I know these tricks. But at that moment, I didn't like think because like, I was so close to home.
Yeah.
And we had a chat to this guy. We were chilled, and I was tired. So I was like, you know what? Okay, but I left nothing in the car. But my friend, obviously, doesn't have the suburb smarts. He has hood smarts.
Yeah.
But not the suburb smarts. And the suburb smarts is a different kind of robbing where a car will stop and jump you. It's a
Yeah.
bit different to what happens in the hood. Like here, they use their brains instead of like guns
Yeah.
and scaring you. So when they push the car, my friend left the food in the car. He pushed this guy in the car, proceeds to drive away. He leaves. And I call him, I'm like, bro, dude, you don't know who I am, bro. I'll make you famous. Like, obviously I was trying to scare him, you know? And I was
Yeah.
I was low-key like pissed. And I was like, you know what? Actually, I don't need the food and I don't care that much, but I want him to sleep scared.
Yes.
You know, like I want to make him scared. Like,
It's not
because-
about you. It's about not making to do it to someone else as well. Yeah.
Why would you do that? Then he came back with our food. He dropped it there. But I'm like, if it was laptops, he would have never came back. If it was a cell phone,
Yeah.
he would have never came back. You know, so, and that video went viral. And I was kayaking with my friend. Now I'm talking about how this shit goes into the water. That went viral. Like, just the most. And then I met a lady about housing, this thing called FLISP. We are telling them about, yo, guys, there's this thing of a bond in Cape Town, a 5,000 and bond in Cape Town. You know, you can get that. People don't even know that. In Wynberg, Grand Central, like you can buy a house and pay it off like with 5,000 a month. People don't know that. For me, it was just random giving people game. Like I was just like trying to
Yeah.
help. I wasn't trying to go viral. I didn't want to be famous. I'm just giving people like, look, if you didn't know, now you know.
Now you know.
Went viral. And I'm like, okay.
Do you think people niche down too much? Because like you're a model runner and you're giving housing advice, bond advice. Do you think people should be like, if they've got a good bit of wisdom, like expand their brand to be more broad? Because everybody's a person and not everybody's only thinking about running all the time. Like you're not only thinking about running all the time, you're also thinking about living, housing, all these other things. Do you think people should just share more random stuff that they encounter during the day, or is niching down important? What do you think is the balance between those things?
Just be yourself. Again, it comes back down to just be yourself, you know? Just be yourself. Like, that's what I say. Like, I am a runner guy, but like, if you see my running content, I'm talking about other things as I'm running. Okay, I'm a runner guy, but I can run and talk about housing.
Yeah.
As I'm running, I'm talking about housing.
Right.
You know, oh, how's my day? You know, I can go volunteering and I can turn it into running. You know, it's just like niching down is important if you want alignment with certain brands.
Yeah.
It does help you. But like for me, like I said, my goal is to be the brand.
Right.
I'm not
Yeah.
trying to, yes, I want to work with Adidas, but I want them to work with me because I'm in Nkosi, not because I'm a runner.
Right.
Yes.
You know, the running is a nice doorway. Yes, I can run too. In case you didn't know, I can run if you need me to run. But I want them to come to me because I'm in Nkosi, you know? And I feel like that's where I'm going to, like they said in South Africa, people think you can't get paid. Like I said, you have
Yeah.
to become valuable.
Yeah.
Yes, you can't get paid is this. But if you are a brand, I feel like there's more opportunity for you and you can get paid bigger. I get huge emails.
Yeah.
Adidas. The second time I got them, it was a direct email.
Yo.
Adidas, the shoe
They-
I'm wearing
they
right
reach-
now.
they-
I got this from Adidas South Africa.
Yeah.
Like this. I kept this from Adidas.
So they
Adidas,
reach out to
I
you.
like your shoes too. See,
Yeah,
like,
Adidas, yeah.
hit me up.
Sponsor us, baby.
Sponsor us, come on.
Like the Evo SL.
Yeah.
I got it from Adidas. Like
Dude.
I got an email. Hi, Nkosi, we would love to have you on our latest Adidas Evo SL campaign.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You know what I think it also is? Like, I think, like you said, because often people think, yes, if you make a specific type of content, this will lead to sponsorships. And then basically you waiting. I mean, yes, you are proactive in creating content, but you're still waiting for brands to reach out to you. But I feel like the way you're approaching content, which is basically not overthinking it, just being yourself, putting everything out there you want to put out there. Like you said, you're creating your brand. And even if maybe it's not as attractive to other brands to sponsor you, you're still creating opportunities for yourself, because maybe this will lead to you creating your own business one day, or like your own product or whatever it is. But now, because people actually genuinely get the full picture of Nkosi, they will trust you, they will understand you better, they can relate to you better. And people don't understand how much opportunities comes with that. And so you shouldn't always just rely on getting sponsorships. Social media, like building a personal brand, helps you in literally everything in life, in my opinion. It opens doors that you don't even know that they exist.
100%.
Yeah.
Like my agent always said this. Adidas can see my running stuff. Nike can see my running stuff. If they want to research me, they will find everything professional about me. But when sometimes clients want to find out about your personality, like they want to know, who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
You know, if I only put this running things, I become a runner and I lose my humanity. I'm basically AI now, you know, because I'm living in this box.
Yeah.
But if I show them, you know, I can actually make a joke. You know, maybe having me on set will be fun. Maybe a vibe, you know.
Yeah.
Like maybe you like my energy more than my running.
Yeah.
And then we can work on the running part. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I got you.
So that's what I like to do. I want them to see who I am. I want them to want to work with me, because the talent is there. They can easily, if you want to look up my modeling stuff, I have a portfolio. I have a modeling portfolio for a reason.
Yeah.
Why should I make my whole Instagram a portfolio when it's already there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's already there. I don't have to like redo it. Now I can just be myself. Just be me, Nkosi. You know, I've covered the professional aspect of everything.
Yeah.
Everything's in order. My Instagram is for me. Like you know, I'm just me. And that's all it is.
It's cool. What are your dreams for the future? I know we talked a little bit behind the scenes about future things. Are you revealing that yet to the public, or is that still to be revealed?
I can talk about it. Like I said, I don't like thinking too far ahead. Like I know everybody's a 10-year plan, 20-year plan, but I said life is forever changing. Like next year, I don't know what's going to happen next year. Next year they could have this new law where you know, you never know. Like we never know, especially with Cape Town growing. I feel like Cape Town is the fastest growing place, especially for like creatives.
100%.
I feel like in the next 2 years, Cape Town is going to be a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Everybody is here.
Yeah, everyone is here, dude.
But like, unfortunately, guys, for now, you do kind of have to like put your legs out of the country a little bit in order to be like respected. I see we have big superstars in South Africa who are treated like locals. I'm like, this is not a local. Like, you know, like these guys are doing as amazing as the American artists.
Yeah.
I see kids chilling, listening to UK rap. Yeah, man, I'm putting you onto this UK rap. This new up and coming UK rapper or trapper.
Yeah.
And then they're putting them on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Just because it's a UK rapper. And I'm like, we have South African rappers here doing amazing.
Yeah.
But just because this one has UK behind the name, it's all of a sudden it's you know,
different stuff. Yeah.
So my future plans, like right now, I'm planning to leave the country for a bit. Like
Really?
I don't know. It's not that solid. Like where exactly I'm going. I know where my first destination is. Obviously, I'll say it. America, I'm coming to you.
They're gonna get a good one. We're gonna lose a good one.
Yeah, man. Like, no, I'm coming. Then I'm bringing the money back home.
Yeah.
say it to the camera. Say America. Like, pitch yourself to America there.
America, I'm coming. You have never seen a person like this before. I know you have a lot of superstars there. I know you have people doing amazing things, but you have somebody who's coming from a different background with a story. I have a story to tell, and I have hearts to touch. So I'm coming there soon. and I don't have a lot of expectations, but I do know that I'm destined for greatness. So I hope you don't sleep on me, and you will be seeing me there soon. I will come, and you guys will know I was there. That's what I want to say to
Sheesh,
them.
man.
Oh, America, you heard that. Get
Yeah.
ready. Nkosi is on his way, dude.
Look me up. Look me up. Like, trust me. If you look me up, 1 hour, you'll be convinced that I can bring value to the market where you guys are. You know, I just feel like
Yeah.
I said, you know, South Africa, I get a lot of love from South Africa.
Yeah.
I love South Africa, you know. This is the dream for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming to South Africa, but unfortunately, like, especially as creatives, I've gotten opportunities here. We have gotten the same offer from a European brand.
Yeah.
And oh my word, I feel like we were just, I wish, I'm not saying it in a bad way,
Yeah.
but I wish as creatives, we were more respected in South Africa.
I agree.
I don't think we get the respect we deserve here.
Explain the difference between like overseas and here in like the creative industry, social media, modeling, like all this kind of things. Like explain how it happens over there and how it happens here, because you've had experience in both.
Yeah, okay. So also speaking from, like, I have a lot of international friends. I have friends who have like 2,000 followers.
Yeah.
And then a brand will reach out to them and say, make us this small video. We're paying you 3,000 pounds.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Someone with 2,000 followers. In South Africa, you can have 100,000 followers. Somebody will reach out to you and they're going to offer you 2,000 rand.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying it's like that for everybody.
Yeah.
Because the clients are there, you just have to find them. I
Yeah.
always believe that the opportunities are there. You just have to find them. But in South Africa, it's like a lottery. Like, I was talking to my friend this other day. We were talking about this hawker thing, this
Yeah.
hawker ad,
Yeah.
where they were having like a 5-year usage.
Yeah.
My friend was like, oh, that's cute. This guy books that on a regular.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like in America, it's like, oh, Europe. It's here in South Africa, it's a medical job. There, it's more common.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm saying, I'm going there for the opportunities. Not that there isn't any here. There's just not enough. You know, like there's not enough opportunities here for us to actually make something of ourselves. For example, you go to America, you look at the backpack kid. I don't know if you guys know about him. The backpack kid, viral. Boom.
Oh yes, yeah.
Life changed. How many Bookang, this guy was very
Yeah.
viral. Like, I look at all these people in America who go viral for the most random things.
Yeah.
Their lives change.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in South Africa, you can have 100 viral videos in the right niches and nothing.
Your life
really-
stays the same.
Your life stays the same.
Yeah.
And it's hard when people look at you like, oh my God, you are so successful. It's like, you don't know. Like,
Yeah.
you don't know. You know, I do like UGC content.
Yeah.
And I see the rate, I'm like, it's not about the money, but like the money reflects the value that they see you.
In a sense, yeah.
In a sense, it reflects, you know,
Yeah.
like you look at America, look at the rappers, Tekashi 6ix9ine, you know, you look at people, Lil Yachty's, look at the streamers.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy, yo. It's
Look at
crazy.
Speed. Look
Sure.
at this guy now, Mr. Handsome, Marlon.
Marlon,
right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You look at what,
Bro, you could go and do that over there.
you know, you see, you look at what they're doing and look at the respect that they have and look at what it's doing for their lives. And then we have so many creators in South Africa doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go anywhere.
I also feel like because there's not a lot of incentive, because South Africans see other South Africans succeeding, but not succeeding in like an international way. They're not like, even if you like are popping off on social media down here, you don't get the benefits that you would overseas. And because people see that, they're like, oof, is it even worth it making content? Because for most people, like the 90% of people who do content, it doesn't go anywhere. Small 10%, like maybe you make something of it, but it's still under like the overseas things. So do you think because America, there's such a reward if you go viral, do something, it provides more creativity or openness or to like the idea of creating content?
I just think the right people are there to give you the opportunity you need. Like, even when I did the Hawker casting, the guy was in California or something,
Right.
live through like a Skype video,
Yeah.
and he was flying in.
I feel like
You know?
also just to maybe come from the other perspective, I think also the problem is just the economic position of the countries itself. Americans, also the culture, obviously, I don't want to say something wrong here, but the money sits a bit looser, not just because there is more money, but simply it's just even when I compare it to mainland Europe or where I come from, people are not as loose on money with, let's say, Americans. They're more on taking risk and taking a chance and opportunity on you. And my personally projection is that in a few years, South Africa is going to get there. Like I feel like it's always America, then Europe, and then South Africa.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's also in that there's a huge opportunity for South African creators or South African people that want to make a name for themselves, that you can be an early adopter of, let's say, the future coming. I just feel like that's also why we maybe want to jump in here and like bring people on like you that have a certain success in certain fields, so people can learn and start applying it to their own. And if that means maybe you leaving the country for a few years, or you actually staying and starting from here and being one of the first one when, let's say, the economy goes better, or when there is more recognition, more brands are coming down here, investing into the country. I feel like there's such a huge opportunity for South Africans as well, because, I mean, you said it yourself, you don't necessarily want to leave. South Africa is beautiful, the people are amazing, like, you want to stay here. It's just, we need more opportunity down here. And I feel like having conversations with people like you and bringing people together, and what you're doing is like making people aware of like, hey, we need to change something. We need to bring opportunities down here so we don't need to leave the country that we love.
Yeah. Yeah. And also I think like realistically, you going to America, making connections, building community, and then say coming back, you're bringing like a pipeline back into the country. And so I think there is like a value in people going away, but not staying away, you know, like go away and then bring a pipeline of expertise, of work, of stuff back to the country so that like the whole country can benefit. Because, you know, like my heart is for South Africa. I love South Africa, you know, I just want everyone to succeed and do well and stuff. But I also really understand what you're saying of like, we need to reach out and show the world what South Africa has to offer, I think, as well.
We have so much here. We have so much talent here. And like for me, and I genuinely believe getting there is creating a bridge for everybody else. It's like, I want to be there. I want to do all these things. But there's so many people I look at every day and I'm like, yeah, you
could do amazing things.
You should be, but they do not have the opportunity and they don't have the knowledge. And I'm like, I'm privileged enough to know, because I'm around a lot of people who's international. I know what's out there. If I can find a way to go there and show them, look, I'm from South Africa. This is what we do.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys should look here more. You know, I can bring like the eyes here, I can bring the opportunities here. I would love to have those studios come open a base here in Cape Town and book some of Cape Town's people.
Yeah.
Because I've had friends who are signed like in Europe, signed in Cape Town, get the same job from the same client, but from the Cape Town agency and the Europe agency, and the rate is different for the same job. And I'm like, why? Yes, I know our currency here is not as strong. I understand maybe the living standards, but Cape Town is basically Europe now.
It's expensive.
It is.
Cape Town now?
It is.
So it's about time they start paying us like they do in Europe. It's maybe 5 years ago, I understand. It's 2025 now, you're going to 2026. Cape Town is basically, you know, it's not Cape Town anymore. It's something else. And I feel like we need these people to look at us with more value. Like, for example, like Nasty C. I love Nasty C. But I in my heart deeply, he's big. But I deeply believe Nasty C should be given more respect.
He should be worldwide.
He's respected.
He's so talented.
Yeah, I feel like Nasty C should be like, Nasty C should be like, I don't know, like, he's so good. Like, he is so good. Like, like, I'm not trying to say that, you know, but when I look at artists like that, and I look at the comments of some people talking about them, like, yeah, we don't have celebrities here. It was normal here. Nobody cares. And I'm like,
that's not true. You just don't put respect on his name.
He's South African because he's in your country. And then you're going to overhype someone just because they came from Italy. And they don't get the same.
Like, Tekashi's 6ix9ine, like, but Nasi's, I think Nasi is way better rapper than he is. That guy's got a lot of like personality.
But
He
you know-
is the brand, you know.
Can I really ask something? Because it's very funny for me from looking from the outside. It's very stunning to me to see and hearing all that, South Africans don't put like a name for themselves, or like you don't like
Yeah.
put someone like
Yeah.
say like, hey, you should be more this, you should be more that. But at the same time, South Africans are so proud of their nation.
Very
Like
Yeah.
how does that work? You know, like I mean,
It's
like I feel
weird.
like
It
shouldn't
is
it be?
weird.
Why is it the nation but not the single person?
I think it's we were talking about this earlier. There's this thing called tall poppy syndrome. Have you
Yeah.
heard of?
Yeah.
Have you heard?
Yeah.
Yeah, tall poppy syndrome. And for people who don't know what that is, it's like it came from. I'm going to reveal my nerdiness now because I like history. I read a lot. Okay, so in World War One, there was these fields of poppies in the France Germany area. I'm sorry. He's German anyway.
German bread is better than
So,
French
like,
bread. Yes.
German bread is not as good as French bread, but gets win every time. Anyway, so they have these poppies, right? And they all would essentially grow at the same level, making a blanket of like red poppies. And if there was a tall poppy sticking up out of this poppy field, you could very easily see it. And they equated that to men's heads sticking out of trenches. And if your head was a little bit too high, you get picked off by a sniper and you'd die. And so what they would say to the people in the trenches is, don't be a tall poppy, because if you stick your head out above everyone else, actually you're better than everyone else, you put yourself above people, you're going to get shot first. You're going to get cut down. The enemy's going to see you. You're going to become a target. You're going to get taken out. And so that was kind of like where the expression came from of, if you elevate yourself to be better than other people, everybody else is going to pull you down to their level because you're a target. You're putting a target on your back. And the USA, like, they rejected that whole idea. They didn't really have that idea. They rejected it. They've got a American excellence over there, American exceptionalism. And South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, England, like these other cultures that have been influenced by the British Empire, have a thing of like, don't think you're better than anyone else. Like, don't think you're better. And I think we have that to a degree here in South Africa, where it's like, oh, you're nasty, see, but like, you're not better than me. Don't think you're better than me. And we bring people down. Whereas like, we should be saying, hey, you're an amazing artist. You're doing
King.
great. Like, freaking go get it.
Power to you.
Get your bag, get your recognition, get your fame. I'm also going to get mine.
Yeah, because
And
you
it
create
doesn't take
opportunities
away.
for other people too.
Exactly. It comes back to insecurity. It's like, we need to realize there's enough opportunity to go around, and just because someone else succeeds doesn't mean you can't succeed. And more power to you if you succeed, because you're building bridges for us as well. And so like, I think there needs to be a mindset shift down here of like, we can all do it together and be proud of our nation, but also be proud of ourselves. You know? Yeah.
One winning, we all win.
Exactly.
You know, like that's why I keep making that example. Because I always think about it. I'm like, oh my word, I wish when this guy's name appears, the whole world should be like, yeah. you
Yeah.
know? But just being from South Africa, like South Africa is a very proud nation. Like, don't
Yeah.
ever say anything. The Twitter will come for you.
Your
TikTok comments are gonna come for you.
The TikTok comments will come for
United.
you.
That's when it's United
Nikona?
Nation.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Nikona.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the
Sikona.
comment. Hey, Nikona. You know the comment.
Yeah, brother.
Yo, when you see that comment, you know it's chai.
Yeah.
It's done.
Luckily, I didn't experience that yet. Hey,
Yeah, no.
You know, that's the thing, you know. So I just feel like South Africa's if not the best like place to live. Like, that's the reason why everyone wants to be here.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? But let's just start, like, for example, not to say this. Other countries can easily come here.
yeah,
But South Africa, to go to other places, sometimes they have like a visa requirement, like you interview requirement. They have like the waiting period. And I'm like, everybody wants to be here though. So
Yeah.
why when the people from here is trying to be there, you guys are now you're like,
doesn't make sense.
It's also
doesn't happen, yeah.
financially different. Like, I was chatting to a friend of mine. He's an American, and he's an American nurse. Okay, and nurses make ridiculous amounts of money in the States. They're basically like almost doctors. They're very highly qualified.
Hectic. I didn't even know that.
No, it's like basically doctors barely do most of the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
The nurses are more qualified than here or anywhere else. But like, I looked it up. A nurse here makes maybe 25,000 rand a month at like the cap. That's where they would cap 25. It's like they start at 18 and they go up to like 25. That's your rate. Then you go overseas, and these guys are making like maybe 120,000 rand a month.
Whoa.
If you converted it. And so then he said, oh, I want to come visit, like I want to go visit Canada. You should come with. And I was like, bro, that's expensive. He's like, cool, I'll put on another shift and we'll buy your ticket.
Oh, whoa.
Philip, that's hectic.
I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, like a shift should cover like your ticket overseas. Like we can pay at least half, like 1 or 2. And like, it's like I just work one day, like it's chilled. And I was like, having that kind of option of just traveling for you is not like, it doesn't like, you don't have to save up for like a year to go somewhere. You just put in a shift. It's one more day, one more shift, boom, like going to Canada, or like you fly your buddy out from South Africa to go to Canada.
It's like that.
You know, it's just like that. And for us, it's so cost prohibitive for like a nurse if they wanted to go to the States on 25,000 rand a month, and you're paying rent and you're paying food and you're paying like Cape Town prices for everything. Dude, like it's near impossible to do that. And just to have that flexibility is a blessing that we don't experience here. And that's why like we said, we need to bring bridges of influence and finances down to South Africa for everybody, I think.
But I feel like also what tying this actually back together, what I love about what you're doing, you created opportunities for yourself, but you also never, that's also the other thing, because if you start creating opportunities for yourself, it's very important to not lose sight and forget where you came from. Because then you're actually not giving opportunities to other people. But what you're doing, I mean, you basically just came like from a soup kitchen, giving people like food. Like you are very much tied in and very much in tune with your community, where you came from, giving back.
Yeah.
So because you made a name for yourself, I would say here in South Africa for sure. Now you're going to the States. But at the same time, you're never forgetting where you come from. And you're showing people, hey, I'm taking you with me. It's possible you can do this too.
Yeah.
And I think like more people need to do this. Especially, I feel like if you if you succeed, don't think you're better than anyone. Remember where you come from, and that uplift each other. I think that's basically what needs to happen here.
Yeah, and speak a little bit about into giving back. Like plug the soup kitchen 100%. Like, tell us a little bit about that and your mantra behind giving back.
Yeah, so I believe giving back is very important because I don't think any man should be comfortable walking and seeing another man sleeping on the streets, you know, because most people are a paycheck away from being homeless. That could have been you, that could have been your friend, that could be your parent. Like, I wouldn't want someone in my family to go through that and people just treat them like they're just something. You know, like how am I okay seeing another man who I know he's sleeping there every day? Maybe he has kids. His kids can't ask him for anything because he can't afford to buy his kids a sweet.
Yeah.
You know, like, how would you feel? Like, I'm complaining, oh my God, Pick n Pay doesn't have water today. You know, imagine, like, we're complaining about the trains are delayed again. Uber prices. The Uber's taking 7 minutes instead of 1 minute to arrive here. There's a man who doesn't know if he's going to get home today after hustling and his stuff is still there unless somebody stole it. You know, there's a man who doesn't know where he's going to wash. There's a man who has to go scratch in the bun just to eat right now. And I'm like, how can we be okay with that? You know, because God forbid, if that would ever happen to me, I would want someone to help me. I genuinely would want someone to look at me like I'm a human and not look at me like I'm just some person who's begging for money. Like, no, I'm a person. I have feelings. I have emotions, you know? If a guy feels like, oh, I'm not tall enough to talk to this girl, you know, oh, I'm not wearing a fancy stuff, I can't talk to this girl. There's a man who they don't even look at. Even if he smiles at them, they will look at him like he's crazy. And it's like, imagine what these people are going through. Imagine what this lady whose baby is crying, what is she going through? And she's sleeping on the streets and she's she's pregnant again. You know, so for me, like, the giving back thing is just, I feel like as humans, you must take care of each other. Because if not us, then who? Like, I look at, like, maybe the unemployment in the country, right? No one has jobs. I'm like, okay, I have a platform. If somebody has a hustle they have, if I can promote you, I'll promote you.
Yeah, you promoted that that little shop, food shop. What do they sell again? What
Kotas.
Kotas? Yeah, the
Yeah.
Kota shop.
Yeah.
And he sold out the next day.
He
Eh?
sold out and he's big now. And that makes me so happy. It's like,
You actually change someone's life physically by like a little bit of time in your day, making a story. He's physically feeling the effects. His family is feeling the effect.
it cost me nothing.
Cost you nothing.
It cost me nothing, you know, and that's where it comes from, the giving back thing. I used to give away money in primary school. I would get like a R5 from my parents, and my friends wouldn't have. They would have prayed maybe. So I would maybe like, okay, I'll give you a R2,
Yeah.
give you R1. But I've learned that these guys are not using me, you know. I have to find a way to still give back without feel like I'm getting taken advantage of. That's when I got involved with soup kitchens.
Right.
Places where I can just be there, where my presence can be the gift. Me being there, helping prepare a meal for you and talking to you, asking you how your day was. Because some
Yeah.
people didn't ask them how their day was. This also falls into the same bracket as people feeling like they're lonely, people feeling like they're not seen. It's just ask someone, how was your day? Some people don't even get asked that. Like the other day, I was in a restaurant with my friend. We ate some food, and the guy was serving us. And I was like, I asked the guys, are you guys brothers? And then they like, oh, no, you're not. I'm like, oh, no, you guys have the same vibe, you know? You guys are two handsome men. And I just saw how his face lit up. I was like, that small compliment that you gave someone made them feel good.
Yeah.
You know, how did you sleep last night? Did you eat today? You know, some people, and that's how you even find out that someone's going through something.
Yeah.
Like someone could be, like maybe we co-workers.
Yeah.
I'm acting funny. I'm not telling you what's happening in my life.
Yeah.
You ask me, did you have breakfast? And then I break down. I'm like, actually, I didn't have breakfast today. And now you know where the root of the problem
Yeah.
is. It's feeling seen, feeling like a person. Me giving you bread
Yeah.
does not give you a job, but it makes you feel seen. It makes you feel like a human being. It gives you energy to tackle the task for the day. You know,
Yeah.
it's my way of contributing my energy to you and saying, look, brother, I know you're going through this. I know you don't have anything right now, but I'm thinking about you. I'm gonna wake up every weekend. I'm gonna be here in the morning for you,
Yeah.
so that you know that you matter. And just that bit of acknowledgement sometimes.
Yeah.
I've seen people get off the streets. I'm serving food. Someone comes, they're like, hey, and I'm like, oh, I haven't seen you in a long time. They're like, look at my car, and I'm like,
Yo,
bro, I don't
that's
even have a car.
crazy.
And I'm like, whoa, like lives are changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels so good seeing other people do well, you know, because it's like, that could easily be any of us. We could lose our leg tomorrow. You can go blind. And then people just treat you like you don't exist. Just imagine how would you feel if you have nothing and people are looking at you like you are nothing also at the same time? Like, how would you feel?
Yeah.
You know, some people will take their lives. You know, they feel like it's not worth living. But life changes. And I always advocate this to people. Life changes. Your life won't always be the way it is right now. You know, but you need people to uplift you when you're going through these tough times. You need someone there to hold your hand, even if it's just a simple coffee, a simple hello.
And what motivates you to just show love to people? Like, is there something like...
I wish I had it growing up. Like, I was like raised in a native environment, you know, not in my family, like outside the neighborhood, you know. And when I was going through stuff, I always wished somebody could come out of nowhere and save me.
Yeah.
Like Batman coming to save the day, you know. Here's R1 million, go buy a house.
Yeah.
I wish, you know, that someone can do that for me when I didn't have it, when I wasn't signed to an agency, when I couldn't afford my own rent, when I didn't have running shoes. I
Yeah.
wish someone could think about me and say, you know, so I try to be that person that I always wish I had, because I know how much I prayed for that person and the impact I feel like that person would have had in my life. So I try to be there to like other people.
For
Like
other
that's
people.
where it comes from, you know. Just
Dude.
be what you wish the world, be what you wish to see in the world.
Wow.
Fill the gap.
Fill the gap.
I feel like if people are not walking away from this conversation and feeling inspired and motivated,
Yeah, bro.
I don't know. But I mean, could chat for you for hours, honestly. Then we definitely have to have you back on again.
Yeah.
But later, before we finish, please make sure to plug yourself. Where can people follow and follow your journey and see a bit more of you? But as a last question for wrapping this up, I would love to ask you if there's one thing you could give to people, what would be that one thing? Like, what would you want to tell people, let to know people?
You are enough. You know, I want people to know that they are enough. You know, you are worthy of love. You're worthy of opportunities. You are worthy of success. You know, I want people to know that because people genuinely do not believe that. You know, you are worthy. Like, you doesn't matter. Like, you know, I want people to know that, yes, you think life is tough for you because maybe this guy is taller, maybe he has more muscle, but there's no criteria to life. You know, we as humans put criteria out there. There's no criteria to this life, you know?
Yeah.
So just know that you are enough and you can do anything you want. I promise you, guys, it's happening for me. And I'm telling you this if you're watching this right now. You can do anything. Just stick to it.
It's epic.
Sure.
Can we do the rapid fire segment?
Yeah, sure.
All right, rapid fire questions. Morning runs or evening runs?
Yo, I run from the morning till the evening. So what can I say?
What's better, like sunrise run or sunset run?
Damn.
You're an early morning person, evening person, surely. You have a preference or no? Is it hard? Is it that
I
hard?
just run whenever.
It's both. Okay, both.
Okay, both. Long runs or speed work?
Long runs.
Long runs. Training alone or training with people?
Training with people.
You like training alone, don't
How
you?
does train alone?
It's meditative, eh? Like you
But
can.
like,
you
it's
thought-
a
It's a
meditative.
good feeling of training with people.
One non-negotiable habit, something that you will stick to.
Finishing what I started.
Finishing what you started. One word to describe your current season.
Abundance.
Abundance.
Yeah, beautiful.
Epic. All right.
Dude, wait, before we head up, where can people follow you?
Yeah.
Where can they find you on social media?
Instagram, Nkosi.Ntsumbu. TikTok, Nkosi.Ntsumbu. Facebook, Nkosi Ntsumbu Runs. YouTube, I have a YouTube channel called Untold Stories 7785. That's where I share about the stories of the township. And then the new production company, Nkosi Productions.
Awesome.
Awesome.
We're going to make sure to link all of them in the description. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having
Appreciate
me.
you, man. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it,
Really
man.
appreciate it.
Much love.
All right.
Cheers, guys.
Let's get it.